deal with the ATV in the back of the truck. That's easy. I did that already with the boat pulling behind it. Now I've got the extended trailer hitch, so that's even better. But if I get a trailer, say 21 or 23 foot, 24 foot, then I got to put the boat on the back of that. I still didn't look that up to see if that's legal. I think it's a length situation. It's not about the fact that it's two trailers, B-train, eh? But the fact that it's under a certain length. I think that's what I ended up reading somewhere. I'll have to read that again. I didn't really pay attention. What kind of bird is that one? I gotta go look in my book. Oh, hey. What are you looking at there? Oh, you're the new one. That's what you're looking at. Gotta come up with a name for you, eh? You're the female. Yeah, you're female. Thank you for sitting the right way so I can tell. And you're not as shy as the other ones. Well, as opposed to Marvin. Depends on what day it is. Oh yeah, she doesn't want to. I thought she was leaving me, but it's a chipmunk she's not happy about. So what name are we going to come up with, you missus? Hey? What's your name going to be? Sensi Stark? Sensi? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Well, you're a male. You fooled me. Yeah. Got a better view there. Okay, well, since you're a male, you can't be Sensi. So you'll be, I don't know, Jon Snow? You don't like Jon Snow? Well, he's secretly a Targaryen. He didn't know it. I thought he was a Stark because, you know, of course he trained under his father. Well, he's not his real father, obviously. Being that he was Lyanna's son. And we definitely know the Starks don't do what Targaryens do, brothers and sisters, or Lannisters. God, I'm so hooked on that show. I'm watching it for the second time in a row, the entire series, as I wait for each Sunday for a new House of Dragon episode. Well, I'll tell you, the House of Dragon is certainly more darker, not as humorous. Like, okay, Game of Thrones was definitely humorous and all that other stuff, but dark and bloody, but they had, you know, there was always this, you know, this humor. You know, you think between Tyrion and Lord Varys, you know, things like that. The stories were all so good. You look at the Hound and Arya Stark. I mean, it was, you know, mean. It was ugly. It was funny. It was everything. So, anyway, but House of Dragon doesn't really have all that. And now we've just jumped 10 years, so we haven't even had a time to go with these characters. We literally watched Arya Stark grow up on camera, like, you know. Anyway, it's okay. It is what it is. But I like the whole idea of Game of Thrones with the interplay between the different characters, because they really nailed it really, really good. And then what they did with Theon Greyjoy, Reek. I mean, you went from, okay, to feeling bad for him, then hating him, then feeling bad for him, then hating him again, then feeling bad some more. It's like, wow, man, now that's a ride. A lot of people upset how that ended, but you should have seen it from the start with Daenerys Targaryen. She showed right from the start that she had a bloody side and the type of things she wanted to do that Mormont and other ones talked her out of. I mean, there was that side to her. So in season 8, when she turned out to be as ugly as she was, you guys missed that whole thing. It was right there from the start. And then if you look at Jon Snow, he, like his father Ned, or Eddard Stark, he kept that honor thing going. you know, and he didn't turn ugly like I think he had brief, but he came back from it. But her, no, that was ingrained. The hatred, well, it started probably from the time she was a baby. So I don't know. You guys didn't get season 8. I didn't at first, but then I when you rewatch it, you suddenly realize, like, look what she's doing in Marine, or what she's threatening to do in Marine. You know, things like that. Like, okay, eye for an eye. You know, you can't be a big leader like her, especially in that world, if it's going to be always an eye for an eye. People won't support you. So you guys got it wrong, man, the ones that are ugly about it. I didn't see it either the first time I watched it, but after, I mean, I've watched it 20 times now. But I mean, it's all there. All the hints are there. Mr. Martin led you there, but you didn't listen. You took the wrong fork in the trail. Sounds like something big is. I keep hearing like big kind of booms. Who's that? Oh, look at there. That's Martha. No. Hang on. Hold on. Which one are you now? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, that's a different bite. You're another one. That's a different bite. What the hell? Where are you guys coming from? Marvin never used to let you guys all be around here like this. There must be, there's 2, there's that new one, 3, you're number 4. And no sign of the black squirrel. We know where he is. He's down at Mom's. And she shoos him away after she gets pissed off. I don't know. Then he comes up here, but he doesn't last long here. Size of my, well, he's size of Blackie the cat. Big squirrel. I wonder if people like this. I mean, I see it all the time on the internet where people just have videos like this where the animals are feeding. They usually probably don't have people like me yakking in the background, but it is fishing camp life after all. The Winterfell fishing camp. Wouldn't that be funny if I did put that in front of the name, and then it gets me all kinds of hits because everybody's always typing in shit like Winterfell or the Starks or, you know, the Red Keep or whatever. You see it. I mean, there's like 1 billion people watching. That's 1/7 of the world's population is watching that guy, and that's like what they know each episode, not how many times people watch it a second time and other people watch it that they haven't counted on. But I mean, 1/7 of the world's population is watching this TV show on HBO and Crave here in Canada. That's amazing to me, man. And then how many, there's several billion users I think on YouTube. So, I mean, they're not all on at once, but I mean, when there's something big, like, it's big. I'm going to be watching my first concert online, live, sitting in my living room. The James Gang is going to be on in November on my Smitty, or Chris here from the camp. Sent me a link for that. He likes David Grohl's playing with him. I don't like David Grohl, and there's another band called The Breeders, and I actually don't know who they are. I got to look them up and have a listen. They might be one of these new Gen Z bands that you know, sound good. But no, Grohl is from the Nirvana Foo Fighters thing, and to me it's very dreary music or something. Anyway, that's just me. I don't like it, and I mean, I don't know him personally, so I can't say I don't like him. I mean, lots of he obviously is well liked in the music business, so he must be a pretty decent guy. But I just don't like his music or his singing or his drumming, you know, etc. But anyway, it doesn't matter about that. But it's the James Gang back together. It's like, whoa, okay, you know. And I guess this is the last time they're doing it, like from the way it read. I didn't even know they'd been on tour. It's like, did you come to Canada? Did I miss this somehow? Anyway. I mean, Joe Walsh, you know, from the Eagles. Originally James Gang, and of course Joe Walsh's solo albums are just fantastic. So I probably won't be paying. I love his last new album, the one begins with the letter A. Oh, he has a song too about it. Oh shit! Think, Paul. I'm an analog man. Analog man in a digital world. That's one of the songs. Anyway, Analog Man is his album, but I don't think we'd be playing that. I wish he would, because there's some pretty good songs on that album. For you that like Joe Walsh, that last album came out probably 10 years now, but it's one of his best albums that he ever did. I've been waiting for another rocker album like that. It hasn't come yet that I'm aware of. Usually, you know, it should pop up in my Spotify. So, but I have noticed in my I have noticed in my Spotify that there are bands that release new albums or tracks, and it's not showing up on my release radar. Now that's limited because they only do 30 tracks. I mean, I wish they would do like 150 tracks. If they can't fill the 150, I don't care. But I know for sure they're filling the 30, and then their stuff spilling over I'm not getting to hear or see. So see, I don't mind them suggesting, because you know, the algorithms obviously is learned by taste, plus, you know, the bands that I've liked and everything. So I do get introduced to new bands, but I want to make sure that every album that those new bands put out, I want to have a listen. But I'm not always seeing them in the release radar. So anyway, maybe it's me. I'm not doing it right. I don't know. I used to have Apple iTunes, but I can't stand that. It eats my computer alive. And Apple, and I just too invasive. And I do have Tidal, but Tidal doesn't have near the tracks that Spotify does. I have Tidal because I like the super high quality stuff. Some of the masters for some of the older albums and stuff sounds really good. It does sound good. Like, expensive. It's like $20 a month, and you know, you have to have some decent bandwidth. But if you do, I mean, if you're a real audiophile, Tidal's the way to go. But for me, having Spotify and Tidal, that's the way to go for me, at least at this point. Spotify last December was supposed to be putting out high bandwidth songs and everything like Tidal, but they never did it yet. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe they're just going to leave the market to Tidal. I don't know. Anyway, I wish Spotify would do that. Then I could get rid of Tidal, just have the one. I'd pay $20 a month to Spotify. That would be just the 20, but now I'm spending 20 plus, what is it they charge me a month? $12 a month or something? So there's 30 some dollars a month. I'd be saving that $10, $15 if they did it that way. Well, birds, because power is running out on this camera. Temperature's definitely on the drop. Listen to that wind now, eh? That wind is coming from the northeast. That is not normal. If this was winter, this would be a big blizzard. Or a blizzard coming. In the summer, when it comes from the east, that's usually like tornado type weather. So this is the hurricane making this go on. Not that the hurricane has crossed the border, but what it is pushing the wind. And the wind coming from the north is probably smacking into it, and it's colder, so more dense, so it's dropping underneath. And this is what we're getting on top. Jesus, I think I've been watching too much Weather Channel. No, but it's just basic physics. Cold air is heavier, stays closer to the ground. So, if it's smacking into the warm tropical air coming from down south, well, the air will go over top, the warmer shit. Now which way is it coming from? Nope, still coming from the northeast. Well, I'll be damned. Good thing it isn't like -5 and rain, because there'd be snow, lots of it. This might be a sign of things to come. Okay, animals. You guys almost finished all the seeds. Well, that's it. I'll separate those, and I'll put them up like as, okay, this is just a animal cam or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how dark it looks like in the camera, but like it's, you know, sun is just setting now, and it's, what time is that? Geez, I never played one song out there, but it's cool. 6:35, so I thought that was going to be around that. Oh shit, why isn't this Mona? Okay, I will talk to Richard. What? It will burn fine. It's the only wood that does less than a year period. It's just not quite as heavy as oak or maple, which is what we usually have, period. I have some of the ash here to burn in my campfire. I'm going to see how it burns tomorrow. Sorry guys, guess you're hearing me answer this lady, but she's a customer from my dad's days when he was doing it, so hold on here. Damn it, what do I do here?